So today guys, I want to show you the ways that I have found to make cutting and dieting sustainable and most importantly effective. And also the top strategies that I've used to drop the body fat so you can show off those abs. So stick around, it's coming up. Hey guys, welcome to Dadbod Fitness. I'm so glad you've tuned into this video. This channel is all about inspiring change, motivating your transformation, and helping you share that adventure with your family. Okay, so how to make it sustainable, guys? It's totally possible. It's progression. It's not about perfection. My first tip, how to handle snacking. So I don't personally snack, or I haven't during my cutting plan here, but you can, absolutely. Anything here or any other snack that you typically have, you could probably have. I wouldn't recommend like your typical processed food snacks because they're gonna be higher in calories and they've got a lot of the ingredients that you don't wanna have. More importantly, you don't wanna have when you're trying to cut down. My tips for curbing hunger are, first off, drinking a lot of water. I have about 6 25-ounce glasses of water. So I've got a big water bottle and it holds 25 ounces, so I do 6 of those throughout the whole day. I also have an active job, so that's why I also try to push the water. So I'm drinking about my body weight water. Sometimes it's a little less than that. So what I'll typically do is if I just drink water when I'm feeling hungry, because I usually start to feel hungry after a meal, like an hour after I eat. And then it goes away. So I'll drink a big 25-ounce thing of water. And my key that I found really helpful are these fizz sticks. So these are through Arbonne. I'm gonna have a link below. These things are phenomenal. They're like a clean soda coffee alternative. It's an energy fizz stick. So there's citrus and pomegranate. I love the pomegranate flavor. Guys, I'm telling you, these are amazing. They've got like a little fizz, but it's like a clean Gatorade almost. Minimal ingredients. There's like a green tea caffeine in there. There's a whole bunch of herbal ingredients. They're absolutely fantastic. And the best part is, so it's giving you some flavor. It's filling up your stomach, and you can actually enjoy it instead of just drinking water. So I really love doing that. You can do them hot or cold. My wife loves making tea and adding one to tea. I prefer doing it really cold, sticking a bunch of ice cubes in there. Fantastic. So I'll have a link down below if you guys want to try these out. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. And they'll give you a kick and a boost for the day if you're feeling kind of drained. So the other alternative, seltzer water, 0 calories. I absolutely love it. There's so many different flavors. I used to think it was kind of weird. I didn't really understand it. It didn't have flavor to me and it just tasted bitter. But after drinking it for just a little bit, I absolutely love it now. It's incredibly filling. It's like there's tangerine lime, there's blackberry, there's cranberry, there's pomegranate, there's all these different sorts of flavors. And it's enough flavor and the carbonation will fill you up, and that will get me through to the next meal as well. So, and I'm telling you guys, it's a mental game. When you're feeling hungry, a lot of times your body's gonna tell you to eat when you're really not hungry, just because you have typical signals in your body of, especially the way that you have been eating in the past, that's gonna dictate how you wanna eat now. So once you train your body into the new habits, it gets a heck of a lot easier to fight through that temporary feeling of hunger, and that kind of goes away and your body goes into fat burning mode. That kind of covers my tips for snacking. That's really the way I do it, and definitely things that I found effective. So what I typically like to do, I typically like to have smaller meals throughout the day so I can save up my calories to the end of the day. A lot of people tend to do that. It's something to look forward to. I find it enjoyable. And when I'm active and busy and working during the day, I have less time to eat anyways. And I'm more distracted by what I'm doing so that I'm not thinking about food all the time. But save up your calories for when you're struggling with a craving. If you tend to crave food in the morning, which I don't think most people do, but if you do, then you can have a bigger breakfast. Or if you have struggles during the day, if you're sitting at a desk, which when I sat at a desk is really hard because I was always looking forward to the next food that I wanted to eat. Save up for the majority of the calories for the middle of the day when you're probably wanting to snack. Okay, also guys, don't go super deficit. 400 to 500 calories deficit is good. You want it to be slow. I've kind of started really dropping myself a little bit more into a deficit as I've gone on into the cut. Sometimes you'll have to do that if you want to keep seeing results because your metabolism will slow down, your body's trying to conserve energy. I would stick around 400 to 500. If you go to like, a lot of people go 750 or 1,000, that's a super deficit. I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, if you want to see results fast, but you potentially sacrifice muscle loss. Okay, another strategy, another tip, introduce refeed days. I would do a refeed day every 1 or 2 weeks, somewhere in between there, because You don't want to offset the deficit with a refeed day if you do them too often. But as long as you're only eating up to your maintenance, and I'll still try to track those days. Sometimes I can't because it's on the weekend and there's a whole bunch of different things that I can't track very accurately. Still track, hit your macros, keep it at maintenance so that you still are in a deficit for the week. That's gonna give your body an extra boost of energy. It's gonna help your workouts. Your muscles are gonna suck up all that glycogen from the carbs. It's gonna help boost your metabolism, and more so, I think a lot of the studies have shown more so it's a mental break. It's something to look forward to, and you can have basically kind of like a mini diet break. So you can also take a diet break, but I would do that only if you've been dieting for at least 2 months. Anything less than that, I think you're doing absolutely fine. If you're hitting a plateau, just kind of drop your calories a little bit. That's another tip and strategy you can do. I had to do that. This diet included me going camping for a week where I didn't track a darn thing, and I ate a crap load of food, and it was delicious, covered in butter, but I've still been effective and continually dropped weight. Sure, my weight popped up a little bit, but I've been consistently dropping down. Okay, still save room for your favorite foods, guys. I'm telling you, unless you're doing like a short-term, really hard grind where you want to eliminate all the things that could potentially harm your body fat loss, then I would make it sustainable. Make it things that you like to eat. And if you really like that ranch dressing, plan it in your calories so you can have that ranch dressing. I also would recommend intermittent fasting 2 to 3 times a week. I found it really effective because you can keep your calories super low, especially if you're gonna, go out to eat on another day of the week. It also allows you to feel really full, to have like a giant meal. So I've definitely found that really effective. 2 to 3 times a week. Don't go overkill, don't go overboard. Even 2 times a week is probably plenty. And that way, during those intermittent fastings, you can also fit in foods that you really like to eat as well. Okay, so the secrets for cutting. I'm just kidding. There's no secrets for cutting. They're just tips, they're just strategies. These are the things that I found helpful, but let's hit them off and bang them out. So water, lots of it. Fiber, always make sure to push the fiber. You gotta be having about 35 to 40 grams of fiber, at least for men, and that's gonna help with satiety. It's gonna help you feel more full if you have a higher fiber meal. Also keeps things moving.
Oh, finally! Now I can get myself to the... Uh-oh!
It helps kind of rid your body of anything that it doesn't need, toxins and such. Also liquids like almond milk, seltzer water, low-calorie things that are gonna help fill you up. And they're also tasty, and they're not as high a calorie as like a regular milk. And again, guys, Fizz Sticks, I'm telling you, it's really beneficial. Check them out, give them a try. They taste amazing. Filling veggies, lots of fibrous veggies. The spinach is amazing for your body. It's basically a superfood. Broccoli, string beans, cauliflower, good fibrous vegetables that are really gonna help you drop that body weight. Intermittent fast occasionally, save up calories for when you want them the most. And so here, I'm also gonna throw up, just so you can see the results of my cut so far. So I've dropped about 12 pounds at my peak. Now, it's a trend downward, so it's always popping up and down, but my goal is to lose 15 pounds, which would be just over 1 pound a week, which that's really kind of what you want to aim for. So I should be hitting that target very soon, and I will have another video when we get to that point. So tweet me or comment me below, hit the subscribe button, guys. I would love to hear from you. And as always, guys, stay intentional and bring the intensity. And I will see you next time. Thanks for sticking around.